Please leave a message after the tone.
You've got several questions due. Your life is going down the tubes. What do you do when you need advice?
This is where it gets good. Good night.
What am I fighting for?
So turn down the lights, pick up the phone, and leave a message for the new crowd. After dark.
Welcome. Lady, you couldn't even do it, could you? There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan After Dark, the show that we're probably going to have to end because we're just going to be stuffing reviews from here to the end of time.
Yeah.
Finding out Schweiss looked into the backlog of because if you didn't listen to our first episode this month, you really need to listen to the first episode of the month if you're a follower of ours. But we found out we have way more forced entries than we announced on that. Found out there was just an area of the Patreon Schweiss had been neglecting completely.
Sorry to everyone who kept assuring us that they posted theirs, and I'm like, I don't see it. I saw it, and I remember I got an email from Dead Islander, and I was like, I swear to God, I got something from Patreon that said he had it. Where the fuck is it? It's on the public comments forum thing.
Yeah. So don't send them there, by the way. Don't send us messages through the public post.
Yeah. I need a letter to me with your entries. That's honestly, I can't keep track of it.
A physical letter?
Yeah, physical letter.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't get immediately lost like a certain fucking cord.
Yeah. A certain
Which now we need to replace the fucking thing.
A certain
by the way.
fucking everything.
Yeah. Whatever.
It sounds better this time, though. It's like...
Better.
Didn't you have it blasted, though? Wasn't that the fucking problem?
It was blasted. We thought that was the problem, but now it's just sounding buzzy anyway.
I think it sounds fine today.
Maybe it's my headphones. My mom's trying to call me right now.
I swear to God,
Should
you
I
guys
answer?
run into audio issues every fucking episode, and I don't know anymore.
Yeah. Hey,
it's true.
Joe's mom, you're on Nude Clan. What do you want to say?
I hung it up.
Oh, okay.
We got a couple questions from After Dark. If anybody's watching us on Twitch, please feel free to add your questions to the After Dark questions area of the Discord. But yeah, we just got a couple. The first one here is this is from Jake, aka The One. Since A4 Extreme made a very solid point in the last discussion on prog and keyboards, what is Schweiss's opinion on Nobuo Uematsu's The Black Mages?
I think we did one of their albums, right? On Ultima as a review, or did we not?
I don't think we actually ever did.
I don't think I have an opinion then, honestly. I don't seek out... I know this might be blasphemy, but I don't really seek out covers to music that I like.
Even from the original musician?
Even when they're covers from the original musician. So I can't really say. I know I've heard a few Black Mages songs that have been recommended to me over the years, but nothing really comes to mind.
I want to say that Advent Children, I want to say they have music in Advent Children, but I could just be wrong. I could just be Nobuo Uematsu
I just picture
doing a Black
Schweiss,
Mages like thing in it.
I just picture Schweiss picking up a fucking Black Mages album cover and going like, "This isn't Metallica," and just throwing it over his shoulder.
Yeah. What a joke. I'm sure it's great though. I mean, Nobuo is a great composer, so and I'm not saying it never works. I'm saying I don't like it in prog rock and metal. I don't like it's masturbatory.
Well, then you probably wouldn't like the Black Mages because it is a prog rock.
There's a lot of
band.
organ.
Yeah.
There's a lot of organ.
There's a place
Black
for
Mages.
it. Like in the song on the Avenged Sevenfold, Beast and the Harlot song that has organ in it, right? The very beginning.
No.
Like,
No.
or is that guitar?
You're thinking of
What am I thinking of?
is it Night? No. I'm gonna have to sing that entire song to get to the fucking
Nightmare.
Yeah, I think it's Nightmare.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And it has it in there, right?
Like me.
I can't help you. I don't listen to
No,
Avenged
I'm thinking of
Sevenfold.
the,
I listen to good
the
bands.
opening song to their self-titled. Like me, motherfucker, you been at it for so long. That has organ in it. Nightmare might have.
Almost Easy. Is that
it-
the one? No, it's not.
Is it Critical Acclaim?
Critical Acclaim is what I'm thinking of. Thank you.
And see, that's good. You can do it. It's not like a hard and fast rule that you can't use an organ or a piano.
Yeah.
It just can't be a mainstay. It's not a staple. It's not like bread, cheese, milk, piano.
No.
That doesn't make any sense. See, doesn't that sound stupid?
For instance, Metallica doesn't have piano, and they're great. So no other
Exactly.
band should have it.
Fuck, they don't even have bass for one album. They turned that shit way down.
That's their best album, too, in my opinion.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah.
Yeah, poor bassists out there. You aren't even needed
We've
for
been
one of the
ripping
best
on-
albums in the world.
Yeah, we've been ripping on bases for 2 weeks in a row.
That's right. That's right.
This time we're
Look
ripping
what they
on
need
the
to match
instrument.
just a fraction of our power,
Yeah.
says the keyboardist to the bassist.
Exactly. Oh, you are a fucking keyboardist, aren't you? Aren't you, A4?
No, I'm not. I don't know how to play shit.
Oh, never mind. I'm taking it back.
I can the theme song I composed in like GarageBand. I don't know how to fucking play keyboard.
Oh, nice.
I mean, Joe's pretty good on the piano, I think. He's definitely better than I am.
Dude, I took maybe a cumulative year of piano lessons, split between like 2 periods of time, in which I take 9,000 years to read sheet music now. Like I have to like bring out the codex of and like the Rosetta Stone, and I have to slam that down and like
It's like Dan Brown.
yeah, it's so bad. And then I really only just remember how to play like 3/4 of To Xanarkand, and that's it. So I don't actually play it that well. I can you can fake it. Like if you know like a minor and a major scale, you could kind of fake it. So that's all I was doing, was faking it in there. I don't know I can't play the piano. It's shit.
I play a mean recorder though. I'll play
I
Hot Cross
appreciate it,
Buns
though.
so good.
If you don't know how to play piano, I'm sure it looks like I knew how to play piano. But if you knew how to play piano, you'd be like, oh, he's just doing that.
You're probably second best at piano at that house yesterday.
Yeah, that's what surprised. It was a nice piano, well tuned, and so I just assumed someone knew how to play piano. That's why I asked. So Schweiss and I did stuff yesterday with Schweiss's in-laws, and their family, they had a nice piano, and apparently no one plays piano.
I don't know if her dad does. Her dad plays guitar, but I don't know if he plays the piano.
Well, you might pluck around on it, make sure that it's in tune. Then
Yeah.
you might have some appreciation for it,
Unlike everyone else.
unlike everybody else.
the swill I saw that came from his sack.
Smug Holo asks, what if Caleb Schweiss never hit the homeless man with his car, but rather the homeless bird woman swooped down from above and mobbed that poor homeless man? Now she's trying to mess with Schweiss's head. Bird woman has had it out for you, man.
I could believe it. I mean, I'm kind of like afraid to go out and nap in my car. So on my lunches, I like to take a nap because I don't get enough sleep. And I've tried to lay back and relax, and I can't, man. I'm alert when I go out into that parking lot now. I kind of don't want to park out there anymore. And I don't know what it is. I mean, it's probably the bird woman and, hitting the homeless guy. And then just every once in a while I'll exit and I'll just hear fucking sounds. Like just someone will be like, "Ah!" in the distance. And I'm like, what the fuck was that?
2 cats probably fucking.
Probably. Or it's a homeless woman screeing into the night. I don't know. Yeah, it's
You
like
mean
sounds.
you mean like Mark Wahlberg in that Max Payne trailer?
One of them kind of actually sounded a lot like Mark Wahlberg from Max Payne.
I thought it was the Matt Damon looking guy. He screams like a
Someone screams in
woman.
that trailer, and it sounds like me doing a pterodactyl scream. Like,
Yeah, it's the Matt Damon guy.
Yeah. Speaking of, I kind of want to get a job at like haunted forest, so I could just come around corners and be like, just like scare the shit out of people.
Well, you looked timid when you were just trying to do the woo today, so I don't know. I don't know, man.
Might not have my heart in it. Boo, boo, motherfucker.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this pose was that you were doing, where you just raised one arm and went.
Yeah, it's the power. It's It's the power arm.
Yeah.
He's creating some kind of orb, like a Kamehameha in the air.
It's the
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. With our like distorted headphone amplifier shit going on, that sounds insane to me.
yeah.
Again, it might just be my headphones.
I think
but
it is. These sound fine.
It sounds like.
Here, yeah. Put these on.
Okay, all right. We're going to do a headphone switcheroo. Headphone switcheroo right there.
Oh yeah. These sound like
oh, it's
shit.
the fucking headphones.
Those sound great.
Oh, these sound fine. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I don't know.
What the fuck is that shit?
I don't know. These are Cameron's old ones, though. I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've had them for like 6 years now. So I guess,
Yeah.
I guess it's okay for it to break down. By
I was
now.
wondering what you were talking about. I was like, it sounds fine to me. It sounds
Sounds-
great.
It sounds to me like I'm going through a fucking like foot pedal for a guitar right now.
Yeah, you're stuck in Kirk Hammett's whammy bar.
Yeah, it sounds like shit. In
Yeah,
my
it sounds
ears.
terrible.
But you guys should be hearing us nice and clear.
Very crisp.
Unless you're also using shitty headphones, in which case I'm sure you can commiserate.
Yeah.
No.
Dead Islander asks, y'all ever just get casually offered a threesome with a girl you were talking to and her friend? Asking for a friend. Bragging for a friend, you fuck,
Yeah.
is my... and by the way, then our After Dark question section did not become After Dark. It became After Dark discussion section as they all
Yeah.
discussed
Excuse me.
being offered a threesome.
Yeah, everyone lied about that time they got offered a threesome in the wrong
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah, that's the part that pisses me off. Here, we could go through it. I guess we can. It never happened to me, but I'm probably not attractive enough, says Sintel. And you know what, Sintel, don't talk about yourself like that. And Dead Islander basically says the same. Nah, I bet you are good looking, bro. And then Sintef says, thanks, bro.
And then they fucked.
And then Fridge Philosopher says, yeah, usually I wake up right afterwards.
Yeah.
Roxo says it's a trap. And the Dead Islander says, I already fell into that trap. I remember a roommate once told me he had a threesome. And I was like, in my head, I'm just like, I hate you even more now. Just you bastard.
Yeah. I've never been offered that, but I mean, yeah, no, I guess.
No. A4?
No.
Okay. All right. We're all on the same page.
Yeah. I just feel like that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not counting groupies, right?
It's got to happen every once in a while.
Yeah, no groupies though. I think.
I mean, I
that's-
got offered a threesome by you and Joe, so I mean, like.
That's true. That was weird though. Well, that wasn't weird. We just both wanted to fuck you. Yeah. Normally we kind of like partition off the
Yeah,
groupies.
just, you want to get it done in a.
You guys each
small
had one
amount
of my
time.
arms at KupoCon, and you're like, "He's mine." No, he's mine. And then I was like, "Guys, I'm gonna get ripped in half. I can fuck both of
He's
you."
ours.
Yeah.
I have a mouth and an asshole.
Yeah.
Then we
exactly.
created a 69 triangle where
I'm done. All right. Aeon Lucas 7 with an amazing fucking. It's like Jesus with the lamb picture, but it's a fucking velociraptor. Is what it looks like. What the fuck? Great little image there.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Oh
nice
no, that
profile
wasn't
pic.
them answering that. They said they were talking about other stuff. Actually, sorry, Frost. Although I appreciate Aeon Lucas's avatar. Frost asked the N-Gage or Stadia.
I mean, they're both dead platforms, so
I honestly kind of still want an N-Gage.
I want the N-Gage because the N-Gage in my head, I remember it when I was a kid, looking like it was this high-tech fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, wow, look at this is like a Game Boy, but like way more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure it plays that way too.
I'm sure it does. yeah.
Sure it does. I'm sure it didn't age at all. But
Major day.
I would say N-Gage as well. A4.
yeah. Honestly, I would take the N-Gage over the fucking Stadia, just because the Stadia is like games that we can already play on like without input lag, and on way better shit now. So
Yeah. Obstinate Gamer does reply to that. That's like asking for Zack Snyder's Man of Steel or Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never saw Justice League.
It's not that great. No, you did, didn't you?
No. I saw Man of Steel. And I saw
You sure you didn't see Justice League?
I saw that other one. I saw Batman v Superman.
Oh.
I never saw Justice League.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's not very good.
A4.
What? Those two movies?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen. I haven't seen either of them. No.
Okay. Red Rick asks if Nude Clan is ending, which, by the way, it is kind of not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Please,
He's in the chat. He knows.
please listen to the first episode of this month for more information on that, especially if you were ever a patron to our show.
Do you think there's a person who only listens to the After Dark and like doesn't listen to the
There's
main episodes?
gotta be. There's gotta be. We do know there are people that only listen to reviews, so probably should have. Probably should have announced it on there. But that's why the title of the first episode of the month needs to be fucking listen to this now. If Nude Clan is ending, and I won't have to listen to it anymore, what are some ideas all you have for me to do with life now? Also, do I still wear the shirt, or is that weird? Honestly, though, thanks for all the years of laughs. Love the show. Sure will miss it. Not anytime soon, Redrick. Or not with the fucking amount of games that we have on that Twitter poll right now.
Yeah.
That just doubled in size right before we recorded this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't throw away a Beatles shirt because 3/4 of the Beatles are dead. Or no, I guess it's only half.
Yeah,
Half of the
it's half.
Beatles are dead. It's been half for a long time.
It's
too.
half, but one of them doesn't ever
He's never counted.
makes an appearance. So
Yeah. His music really sucks too when it's just him. I heard some single he released like a year ago, and I was like, this is terrible. This is a rancid fucking song. So that's probably why he never comes out. He just gets mocked into submission again. But, you wouldn't throw away a Beatles shirt or, a shirt with the Doors, even though Jim Morrison's dead. And I think they're one of their other, maybe their guitarist or someone recently died too. Like, you wouldn't do that. So why would you get rid of Nude Clan? I mean, it's always going to be there for you.
actually, it becomes more valuable.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll definitely...
He's asking what he should do with his life. I would say keep
No,
the shirt.
we're-
Listen through the show again. Become an obsessive fan. Gun one of us down in an alleyway 15 years from now.
Yeah, for ruining your life.
Start making Excel sheets where we say something racist and just keep
See
recording it.
who the most racist is on the show.
Oh,
The most sexist, the most gay. Somebody was doing the most gay once. Whoever made
Well, it's
the most
definitely
gay
Joe,
comments.
but I mean, like, I'm a close second.
Yeah. Even though you weren't even on half of the show.
Yeah, I know.
Probably.
I made up for lost time.
Got to make up for lost queerness.
Yeah, you could do all those things. You can hang out with us on fucking. I'm sure our gaming shit will be open for a while. You can always add us on PSN or something.
You gotta look out for me and Zach's new podcast that we do after the show ends called Ooh Notices Your Podcast, where we review anime. And then you gotta look out for me and Schweiss's podcast that we do after the show ends called Shit My Wife Watches on Netflix.
Yeah. I do want to do that.
Yeah.
I kind of do too.
We'd have to have the women on, too.
No,
Get
we
their
don't.
side.
No, we have no reason to let them defend these shows.
I don't know. I always kind of thought it'd be fun, but it's your show.
I guess.
Yeah.
I have a plan of culling podcasts. Like Godzilla's almost. It's probably gonna end before Nude Clan does actually end.
Yeah. It's going to be, we're going to have more things that we're going to do in the future, but
Yeah, but I want to do them one at a time.
yeah.
Schweiss and I have definitely had an idea for a podcast that has just been waiting
And we're waiting.
and
yeah.
waiting, and it's got to wait. till
Gay
after-
Chicken is the name of the podcast.
It's got to wait till after UFF is over. Like it needs to. UFF is another giant thing where we have a huge list of games to fucking. It's not as huge now, thankfully, but
Yeah.
it's still a lot of games to get through.
It is. So once we catch up on our other projects, there will be more from Joe and I at the very least.
Yeah. And
Who can say whether we will stiff A4 and Zach and the other two who used to be on the show?
Drew.
I mean, I am still down for podcasting. There's still a place in my life for podcasting. So Schweiss, I would say Joe, but I don't think he'd want to keep doing like a gaming themed show.
Absolutely not. I've learned my lesson that 2 gaming podcasts at the same time is impossible. 1 is also really difficult by itself. It's
Like,
it's just a lot. And
there's just
I'm not a person who games that much. If I'm left to my own devices, I do it when I'm with my friends, and then occasionally a different game, and that would be it.
So, like, in reality, when we're done with this, we'll probably still get together maybe once a week or twice a week, depending on how our schedules line up, and maybe play something online for a few
that's
hours.
what you mean. I was like, what the fuck? Twice a week?
Well, again,
podcast?
and again, there's not a. This doesn't mean that the possibility of another gaming podcast with like me, Schweiss, and Zach isn't off. Like, it's not completely off the table. Like, it could happen.
It's not completely off the table, but the table is tipping. And the podcast is like, whoa, on the edge of that table. For me, anyway.
That's a good
I'm
way
just
to say it.
saying,
Yeah.
stuff could happen after this. I still want to do Sanic and Cuckles with Zach, but who knows if that's ever going to happen.
That's, I mean, there's great ideas. We've got ideas, guys. So we're not done, is what we're saying. We're not done here.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah.
so keep paying us,
clearly.
keep giving us your money, because we need it. We're not
Even though you
done.
can't, because
Even
we shut those down.
Even though you can't, still find a way. You still can.
You can mail us cash through
No.
the U.S. Postal Service.
They can still support us on Patreon. They just won't get the 2 things
Yeah.
that we shut down, the 2 tiers.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of ways to support us. Twitch, all the stuff. You know it all.
Yep.
So don't think that we're done. We're
Send
just
us bits.
done, not done. You know?
Dun dun
Dun.
dun dun dun.
Dun dun. I wish I had the fucking the Law and Order thing.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. We used to have that on here because of the tribunal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember those
I
good
don't
old
have that. I
days?
just
The
have,
good old days of verbal abuse.
Yeah.
I just have like
Incessant.
one. I have just like one Among Us sound effect.
That's pretty.
Which is kind of
good.
like that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not
And
quite
this.
there. Wait, do that quick twice in a row, real quick.
That's good enough.
That
yeah.
works. All right.
That's
there.
like they ran out of gavels and the little wood thing, and they're just hitting a trash can lid instead.
I also have a.
pretty
I have
small
a.
bat. Order.
I have a. I have an alternate
Jesus
version of that
Christ.
sound effect. This is the alternate of that.
Order in the court.
Oh man, that reverb's going.
Yeah.
The court is started. Everyone may now brap.
What? What is
You don't know
that?
about the term brapping?
No, I don't. Clearly.
This is a brap.
Okay.
It's just another name for fart. I don't know how you don't know that.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's fucking East Coast bullshit. That's what that
It's not
sounds
East
like.
Coast. It's internet stuff. You didn't know what based was until like 3 days ago. So
I
it's
didn't
like I don't know how to
understand.
help you.
I've seen Based a lot. I've
You
never
don't
seen
even you don't
Brap.
even know the Giga Chad meme. I saw it earlier in the Discord.
I've seen that before again, but I still don't really get it. Like I don't get the source of it. What's
It's
it used
some, like-
for?
It's used for when you say something based, and then you brap.
Yeah, then you rap. No filter or whatever they say. What is it?
No cap, for real, for real. You just like me, fam.
Okay.
I have to put brapping down as a show note, and I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm-
Hey, it's your own doing.
I'm.
You didn't know that. I mean, you just found out about Big Chungus tonight, so
Yeah, that's true. I googled that though. That was nice. That was fun. It was fun to see.
I mean, you can Google
morbidly-
brapping. I wouldn't
morbidly
recommend
obese
it, but you could.
Rapping. I'd probably get porn, wouldn't I? Some like nasty.
Probably.
shit.
Like anal, but like she gotta like rip one right as you're coming.
There is like fart porn, and
Ah.
I don't want to live on the same planet that it does exist on. So
Is that an of disgust or an of?
That's an of disgust. It sounded like tasty for a second
Yeah, I
there.
did for a second there.
Then I got even more grossed out. Is that a of intimate desire or a of
What's
disgust?
this? A vulva? Notices your bulge.
Okay. Alrighty then. Well,
Yeah.
that is all of our questions, guys. I'm not kidding. Like that's
No, I know you're not kidding. It's just funny that like this After Dark is theoretically ending on a discussion on the topic of brapping.
Yeah.
I thought it had something to do with rapping.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I mean,
maybe
depending on
style.
how you feel about rap.
Bop, bop. It's like it's different. Yeah.
I don't know. Is it like MGK or?
I mean, I would consider that crap.
MK Ultra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Drums like I do. Fuck.
So I found a Twitter handle that I enjoy recently. It's women posting their L's online.
Oh, dude,
That's
I
on the
love
A4.
women posting their L's. I
Yeah.
listen to that guy's podcast.
It's like a dude who just finds images of women cell phoning themselves, basically, and just like retweets them.
Cell phoning themselves.
Yeah, they'll like say something
Yeah.
like he didn't. So one of them I saw recently.
Self-owning.
Owning, yeah, like they
Oh,
they post something that
cell
makes
phoning like a.
no, they post something that makes them look like assholes,
Okay.
and then they just like
Yeah, like one of them's like, "Oh, this dude pissed in my mouth and then said we're just friends." And it's like, why would you put this online?
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. And then another one was like
Probably because you let him piss in your mouth.
yeah.
Then he has
obviously.
to think, who else?
Who else is there? Yeah.
Who else did she?
Who else pissed in your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's stuff like that. That one's pretty funny.
There was one where a girl was like replying to a guy and she said, "You have never fucked a pretty girl ever, LOL." And he replies and says, the same could be said about any guy who's fucked you."
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's some good ones on
Good
there.
burn.
Yeah, it's fun. A lot of people hate him, according to his little bio. He's been called out.
No,
by-
have you seen the tweet he put out where he's like, "I will in 4 images try to convince you to listen to my podcast," and it's just 1-star reviews of people calling him an incel.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
I mean, that would be a soul crushing podcast to do. You just like you would just become a beast.
No, they talk about like conspiracy theory shit and just a bunch of random stuff. Like they did a review of the Sonic 2 movie. It's all over the place.
Oh, it's just like a random.
They just don't like him because he owns that account. So
Oh.
he used to do the Twitter bad film takes, but he has since lost that account.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's like libs of TikTok, but I don't know. That one's more like it's just weird. I just hate TikTok. So
Yeah.
I'm literally trying to get away from the web.
and that's
Probably a smart decision. Yeah.
that's a cesspool promoting another cesspool. That's just a
Yeah,
disaster.
yeah, that's even worse.
But it's just like reposting crazy people saying crazy things on TikTok, and they get kind of the same hate. There, people say that they threaten people's lives because people will see the video and like freak out at how ridiculous it is. And I'm like, I don't know. It's them posting their own shit. I mean, TikTok's public,
yeah, I don't know.
but I don't
It's
really
like if you didn't want to get people yelling at you for saying we should cut off kids' dicks without their parents' consent, maybe you should not put that on TikTok. I don't
There's
know.
kind of a lot of that, yeah. But I really hate TikTok, like with a passion. Like there's like a burn in my body whenever I hear it or see it or just fucking think about it.
I don't like TikTok either. What do you feel about the YouTube Shorts? Because that's kind of in the same vein.
I've been watching a lot of them, and I feel like it's dirty, and I'm cheating because it's like TikTok as well.
It is just TikTok,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
I'll
But
get
it's
one
American.
recommended to me,
Yeah,
and like I'll click on it, and then I'll scroll down, and like by the 3rd or 4th one, I get into like the weird TikTok area where it's like, this is not for me. I need to get off this right now. This is some fucking MK Ultra shit.
yeah. I've been watching too much of them.
Yeah, I've been
Stupid.
noticing how much time I've been wasting on just online, but mostly it's YouTube. I think that's probably my number one like.
Yeah,
And I do sometimes get caught up in the shorts, but not that often.
that's good. Just don't touch
Yeah.
them.
Well,
Yeah, it's
I gotta
you're better
make
off
'em
not
for
touching
work.
it.
Well, touch them in that way.
I have to study how to rope people in and
Mm.
not let them get off the platform so that YouTube refers them to us. But yeah, I took a phone hiatus basically for a week, and that was nice. That was really nice. I found myself like reading and shit. Like I was shitting. I was shitting on the toilet, in the toilet, not on it, and And
I don't think you needed to clarify that to go off. I guess.
I had a moment there where, well, some people do like to shit on the toilet, and those people are people I have thought about murdering.
Are those also the people who brap?
Yeah, if a brap is just a fart, then all people brap. But yeah, I was sitting on there and I was like, I could use a book right now. Like, all I had after work for 6 hours till I went to bed, I didn't have the phone on me, so I just suddenly felt like an urge to read. And I had my books on my shelf, and I was like, I'll just grab this one. And I'm like 50 pages into that fucking thing, and it's just my bathroom book, you know?
I'm not surprised. Yeah, based on it.
So instead of like scrolling with the phone for hours, you know, just get lost in a book for a few minutes.
Yeah, I remember the good old days when that would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reading Animorphs on the toilet while I'm shitting my brains out or whatever.
Now, I feel like, Schweiss, you don't even look at your phone very often because I message you and then takes like 12 years for you to get back to me. So I feel like this isn't a problem for you.
Yeah.
No, I feel like he looks at his phone all the time, but he just like sees the message pop up and he just swipes the notification away and then forgets that anyone sent anything. And he's like, oh yeah, they like messaged me hours ago.
Yeah, I just like to 100% my phone. So if there's no notifications, I got that platinum.
Yeah.
and then a notification that pops up is like an unearned trophy. I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But
That's true. My phone's also dead a lot, and I don't charge it because I don't want to.
I really liked that break, though. I thought it was really good. I got a lot done, and I felt more relaxed about getting it done. I didn't feel like stressed.
Yeah.
And I got rid of Twitter, and that was awesome. I really stopped like reading the news. I pretty much got rid of all the news sources around me. And it's like anything big, like the hurricane and shit, it gets to me. It's not like,
well, you'll hear about it just naturally.
Yeah. You don't have to be watching the news in order to be like informed about the big shit, and you don't need to be informed about the small shit. You don't.
You really don't, because
You
it's just like
it doesn't affect your daily life at all, but it can affect your chemicals in your body and your stress hormones and shit like that about shit that you can't control. And your mind, if you're a creative person or any kind of person who cares about things, will be reeling about how I can solve world problems from my fucking desk.
It's a fucking fear factory that they just keep trying to push so that like people keep like getting addicted to like keeping up with all this stupid, petty, meaningless horse shit.
It's bullshit.
And I've said it before. We need to start like treating social media, or at the very least like phones, like other societal vices like cigarettes and alcohol. There should be an age limit. I don't think it should be hard enforced because that's going to go into like posting your ID online, and that's no good. But like, again, if kids are going to get around like an age thing, like with pornography, like where it just says, are you 18? And you can just click yes. And then they just assume you are. Just do that. You know what I mean? Kids that are going to get fucked up by that, they're going to get fucked up by that. They're going to find a way around it no matter what.
Yeah, when you're a kid and you see that warning thing, you're like, will they know? I remember trying to watch a trailer for Doom 3. And it said I had to be 18 to watch it or whatever. And I was like, I put in my real birthday and it didn't let me in.
Yeah.
But it's gotta get treated like alcohol and stuff like that. Like
delicious.
Some people get addicted to this stuff. Some people can't handle it. Some can. And I think we need to start filtering out the people who can't, because
and executing
there are
them
some people who are terminally
fields.
online.
Nah.
I mean, not the solution I was going to suggest, but I'm not going to say no.
Not
to
a
that.
final solution of sorts. No. It's like the second to last solution. All right.
Yeah.
We'll do your way first. I'll be waiting.
I know, it was awesome.
I'll be waiting in the field with the guillotines.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Don't worry. No, you do you. I'll be here.
I do recommend it, by the way. I was able to, like, anything important, I was able to Facebook message someone while I was at work. And I would check my phone at work. I have to use my phone for work. So
yeah, that's hard.
It's
to...
coming in
yeah,
anyway.
that's unavoidable.
So I was just basically, though, like, after work, I put my phone, there's a secret compartment in my car. And I just put my phone in there. And that was it. And so, like, if I wanted to check Facebook Messenger or Discord or something like that, I would get on my computer to do it. and it would be basically like a time. I was basically transferred back about 12 years in time when I had a flip phone. It was about that much exposure. So
Yeah.
and that was a lot.
If you
better.
wanted to message somebody, you had to hop on the computer.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I really fucking care? And then you got like that extra
Mom,
step
get
of
off
like,
Yeah, I mean, you could call them.
you could do
Mom,
that.
get off the
But
phone.
I
I'm trying
couldn't.
to instant message my friend.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. So I thought that was I thought it was really sweet. So I really suggest it. I did basically tell everybody who I knew was going to be trying to get in contact with me. I was like, I'm doing this. I'll only be available basically until like 5 p.m. So
Yeah.
you need
For
it.
some reason, you messaged me too. I was like,
well, no, I thought we might be playing Strangers of Paradise, and for me that means, hey, we need to plan a certain time to be on.
absolutely not.
And actually stick to it, which was the thing I was afraid of, and still am afraid of. I was gonna give you like if you don't get there in 15 minutes, I'm out of there. At least get on to be like, hold on, Joe. Like I just need one of those.
Yeah, and joke's on you. I never even responded.
I fucking know. I fucking know.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm here to actually murder you twice.
After the 6 hours of podcasting.
might-
The game has been rigged from the start.
I might do it again. I
Oh,
might do
man.
the phone put away at 5 p.m.
Nice.
thing.
I might ignore you again when you ask me what our plans are. Although this week I
Honestly-
actually have an intent to play it, so maybe not.
Yeah, we need to look at like the amount of missions we have left and
Yeah,
get a plan going here in a minute.
for sure.
Like phone cleanses where you just put the phone away should be a way more common thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you don't realize how much it takes over your life. Like, I haven't been playing video games much recently. I know I kind of have, but like there have been days this last week where I went like 2-3 days without playing Earthworm Jim at all. I felt great. Like I was sleeping a lot. I was spending time with the family. Like when I got done with Nicholas's soccer practice, I didn't feel like I had to rush home to go play something. I was like, fuck it, play at the playground. Lose part of your soccer equipment, whatever. Do it. No problem.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to be able to not have to worry about it. And I think that's kind of similar. It's a similar vein where you don't have that distraction. You don't have that thing where you're just trying to get to that because you're rushing whatever you're doing now to go get to the phone or whatever. And maybe it's a little more instant gratification and it doesn't seem as invasive, but in a lot of ways it really can be.
Well, no, it's just like getting, like you were talking about YouTube stories earlier. It's like just getting on there and you just get lost in a time sink and you just like, you blink and 15 minutes have passed.
Yeah, and you're like,
Because
what am I
everything is
doing?
so like short. I'm I can't think of the fucking word I was trying to say.
It's
Like
just
it's
instant.
all like it's all instant gratification. It's all like such like no, there's no. It's all little things adding up. Basically,
It's built
you
to
know?
pull you in and keep going. When I hear people like, oh, I don't really have like the energy to watch a movie or I don't have the energy to watch TV shows because they actually have too much shit in front of their face and they can't appreciate one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing may be. And it doesn't have to be like the things that I am obsessed with or love, but just whatever that is, you have too much stimulus going on. And so whenever you start something, your phone is pulling you away from whatever that is. So you can't really appreciate it.
And I used to get really uppity if like I was on a date with somebody and they were on their phone. Like that would bother me. I'd be like, what are you doing?
No, I also, that would be a no-go still for me.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like with me and the wife, it's a little different now.
Well, it's because you're married. Like
But,
there's
like,
a system.
I felt bad when I was on my anniversary dinner and I checked my phone a couple times. I was like, I shouldn't be doing that. Like, what am I doing? None of this stuff matters. It can wait for a long time. I thought it was going to be a lot less. But we had to fucking boil our food. Like fucking
just gotta have that-
savages.
You gotta have that self-awareness and willpower to like. It's the same thing with like not wasting your money on stupid shit when you're out. It's like no, I don't need to get Chipotle today. I can fucking we have food at home, like stuff like that.
I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of problems. Like a lot of people are self-diagnosing mental problems lately, and like depression and stuff like that. But like, I'm not saying all of it because I know that's not the case. But I think a lot of like depression, especially, let's say depression or self-diagnosed ADD or whatever. I think a lot of that is just overstimulation. and
It's hard to concentrate when
you're-
you've been run ragged.
Yeah, you're being run ragged mentally, whether or not you are
Yeah.
actually being run ragged physically. And
Yeah, because everything now is
Yeah.
so negative, and it's just like, hey, here's how your life is going to be ruined. Like,
yeah, there's that too. That's
Yeah.
that's
and it's
the-
everything on both
Yeah.
sides.
It's
like,
tiring. Yeah, it's tiring.
yeah.
So I really liked it. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna put that into my life, but I know I want to add some sort of a system in where I'm just on my phone a lot less.
When you're doing your
purposefully.
snake diet fast, just like eat and then get on the phone while you eat.
By the
so
way,
like it's a fast. of
easier to
all.
diet when I don't have my phone on me. That's how it felt that way anyway. It
See?
just felt like I just had less stress and therefore like this stressor that I was adding.
Yeah, in that 20-minute window where
Wasn't
you're
too bad.
cramming pure salt and banana and pickle down your gullet, get on that phone, get your fix, then get done.
I actually, yeah, I've lost 11 pounds in 8 days. It was some ridiculous amount.
It's
of
awesome.
weight.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's amazing.
knowing in advance that I was coming up here for Oktoberfest.
So you probably
and-
gained like 5 pounds back.
Yeah, and I knew I was going to
Yeah.
gain some weight back, but I'm going to go straight back to it when I get back home.
I'm gonna do it too. I'm with you, man.
And I'd got rid of my the weight that I gained while the jogging. Basically, that 10 pounds
Gone.
that I gained, that's gone now.
No more bullshit. I don't want to text you in like 8 days when I'm balls deep in this thing and hear that you're like, oh, well, I'm not doing the spam. I ate a bowl of rice, but I've only eaten once in the last 48 hours. Because then I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I'm all alone.
No, that's not the same thing.
I'm all alone.
I've been quite solid with diet and exercise, and yeah, I was messing around with
You're
stuff.
not as solid as me,
But
okay?
I wasn't going overboard like I have been for the last 2 days.
Oh,
where
I
was just,
do
like,
that
eating
every
like
day,
crazy.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta do if you're gonna eat like normal. This is what I suggest now: eating carbs and eating like a normal person with like 3 meals a day. You eat one meal that's like 400 to 600 calories, and then you literally set a timer on your Alexa as opposed to the phone. I put it on my phone, of course. Set a 5-hour timer before I could eat again, and then when the timer went off, that was like, okay, you could eat again.
There you go.
And 5 hours is enough where your stomach empties and you feel pretty hungry by the time you eat the next meal.
That's fair.
Right.
Maybe we should all try to detox. Maybe this is what happens when, like, we get super famous from our podcast or
course.
like stars where they kind of just disappear after a while. It's
What's
like how
the-
many
I think that's probably part of it. It's
Like
just
how many-
overstimulation,
yeah,
too many
like
people, too much
too many
stuff.
too
Yeah.
many groupies jerking you off
Yeah,
at
I know.
once.
That's probably
What's
what,
the opposite of the prefix D? Is it pro?
the
What?
D something.
You said detox. I'm gonna pro-tox. I'm
Detox.
gonna
Oh.
get more toxic.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, see, the groupies only go after the OGs.
See, that's why Daniel Day-Lewis is a cobbler now. There's too many groupies.
Yeah, he's got to make shoes, man. He
Yeah,
can't
he's
think
like-
about pussy anymore.
Yeah, just like he's gonna shut everything off and he's just gonna get shoes.
All I have seen is pussy for the last 10 years. I have to look at a
I
pair
have
of
to
shoes.
I have to look at an
If you have a
asshole
pussy,
sometime.
and I have a pussy, and my straw reaches all the way across the room, I drink your pussy. I drink it up.
That's a good place to end on.
Yeah.
Is the name of this episode going to be "I drink your pussy"?
Please don't. Please don't.
I spit on your pussy.
I just had a moment.
I spit on your pussy.
I inherited my dead step grandfather's iPad, and I found that he had subscribed to both my podcasts. Please do not
Are
put
you
I drink your.
fucking serious?
I'm serious.
Your dead grandpa?
Yeah. So I found that out after he died.
He died laughing then. But what was he laughing at?
No.
Question
the
from us
Brap.
to
I think he
you.
was-
What did Joe's grandpa die listening to? What episode?
He died listening to this.
Boy.
Maybe.
May he rest in peace. He was
Yeah, that
truly a
sucks.
saint. He had to deal with my evil grandmother as his wife. So-
Yeah. I don't even have one of my parents, let alone my grandparents. That's crazy. Did he die recently?
I have one biological grandparent left.
Oh, okay.
Haven't talked to her in a while. She doesn't visit too much.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 step grandparents left. So
Oh, okay.
there's a lot of my evil grandmother got married a few times. So.
I see.
But he's like a strong presence, you know.
Oh, okay.
So-
That sucks.
You say
And
evil
then-
grandmother,
and
and
then
I
his wife is pretty awesome. So she's also like another grandma to me. So they're
like
all,
I
I
know
have a
your
million
grandmother's I know your grandmother's evil, but when you say evil grandmother, I just picture the evil stepmother from Cinderella. Like, it's the only thing that
I
can come to my
mean,
mind.
she's a narcissist. She causes drama. She makes scenes. She's fucking racist shit, like really racist, and just an unpleasant person. She had the moments of pleasantness. Her children loved her, but they were also a slave to her narcissism and caused them a whole bunch of problems. She was an alcoholic. This woman was a mess. So when I say evil grandma, she was also not friendly to little kids either. So
That's not a good sign.
no, nothing.
That's
in
a
there.
sign of someone that almost everyone will not like.
Yeah.
So.
Oddly enough, didn't have too many friends by the end of it.
yeah. Surprise.
She was apparently she was the hot chick, right? At some point. And so like a whole bunch of dudes really were going after her, and then when she lost that, she had no personality to go with it. So everybody fucking hates her. So
that'll happen.
now I didn't know her that well because frankly, with hearing my mother deal with it, and luckily we didn't live in the same state like most of my family did, it was I was able to know like I can separate myself from this situation and not get attached to this person in any way whatsoever. And so she liked me, and that's honestly because I didn't say much and didn't really try to be a part of her family. But her husband, Robert, was pretty awesome. So, and
Nice.
I got to spend a lot of time with him when the last 2 years when she was dead and he was alive. I would go over to his place and visit with him every couple weeks, and yeah, it was nice. Obviously, he liked me enough to listen to my podcast. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I
that's
probably-
crazy.
I'm still afraid that he might have heard me say something about my evil grandma, but that would have only happened if he had listened to like a bunch of episodes. I bet he probably listened to one and then realized it wasn't for him.
Probably.
Probably.
Got to pull it up again and look at the listen hours. It's like 963. You're like, oh, fuck.
No. I deleted it. I didn't want to know, and it's gone
All right.
now.
I think that's a great place to end.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out for this week's episode of After Dark. We'll see you again next time. Not ending the show yet.
No. Lots of time left.
As soon as we finish the rest of the games, though.
Yeah,
We'll
as soon as we
peace out.
finish all 86 games that we have backlogged here, we'll
Yeah, we'll get back to you. And then actually, we won't get back to you after that point.
I guess now it's just really just a plan of where the show is going, because
Yeah.
down the tube.
Yeah, down the shitter. Speaking of, patreon.com, you can give us your money. That will also throw down the shitter with the show.
that's not true.
Listen to our other stuff, Ultima Final Fantasy, Four Few Chickens More, Song of Schwartz and Johnson, the Godzilla podcast, and Puff Puff Hour, Dragon Quest podcast for hosts that never were, hosts that used to be, and Jake that doesn't count. Thank you guys so much. Till then, the boys in the nude.
Walk with your brap held high, I guess.
Fuck milkshake.
Mankind has always been the poison.
Give up on yourself. Give up on the world.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Dumbass. Kick logic out and do the impossible. Remember that.
I'm glad I met you guys. You made me pick up on things I probably would have just gone on ignoring.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Believe in the Kamina who believes in you. Everybody deals with grief differently, right? Some people fuck at funerals. I cut off heads.